Welcome to our program. Can I just start, Foreign Minister, by asking you whether there is any progress towards this so-called Transitional Haitian Leadership Council that the United States and neighbors are proposing?
Thank you for having me on, Christian. It's a pleasure to be with you. As far as we know, the latest information is that of the 7 members of the Transitional Provisional Presidential Council, 6 have been designated by the pertinent political parties or institutions, as well as 2 observers. There is only one so far that has not, and that is the party Petit Dessalines, and they're waiting for their nominee.
Foreign Minister, as I said, you are slap bang next door to Haiti. You have very different economies, very different, states of being. What is happening at your border? You have put up controls and increased them so as not to have an exodus of Haitians into your country.
That is correct. And as you mentioned in your introduction, the Dominican Republic is a growing economy. We have been growing at a G level of 5% per year for over perhaps the last 50 years or so, one of the highest in Latin America. This is a magnet, obviously, to attract workers. And in this particular case, Haitians, since we share the island, one of the very few islands that have 2 independent countries next to each other. Given this catastrophic situation that you have mentioned and that David Culver has very well reported on, it is our national security that is at stake here. So we've had to reinforce our border. We have probably about 10,000 military soldiers of different forces at the border at a very heavy cost, as you may well imagine. But it goes well beyond that, Christian, in terms of the social services that are also used by Haitian migrants in the Dominican Republic.
So, clearly for you then, some kind of rapid stabilization in Haiti is of particular importance, not to mention for the suffering Haitian people. So you say the Transitional Council is on its way to being completed, but you also know that the main gangs there, the main gang leaders who are pretty much in control of the important parts of Haiti, have rejected this. They've rejected any international intervention. They've rejected any idea of a UN-backed peace stabilization force. What is going to get those people in charge to accept what you all hope will happen?
Well, that is why we have been calling the attention of the international community now for over 3 years. Since President Moïse of Haiti was assassinated in July of 21, our president, Luis Abinader, went to the United Nations in September of that year and called energetically the attention of the international community. I myself have been before the Security Council, the United Nations Security Council, 9 times, calling the attention of the community about the need of assistance for the Haitian National Police before it was too late. We are getting close to that point. It is really a catastrophic situation in Haiti. And although the gangs control probably about 80% of the territory of the capital of Port-au-Prince, we still believe that with the level of assistance of an international mission, with the participation of several countries that have already offered to send their police forces, it can be gotten under control. A lot of gang members are just unemployed youths that have nothing better to do, that have been, some of them, forced to join these gangs. So we believe that a well-armed assistance mission to the Haitian National Police can still get the situation under control.
Well, I just want to press you as to how, because you've obviously seen for decades, particularly since the dictator Duvalier fled in 1986, there has been successive U.S. interventions, armed military interventions, UN interventions meant to be stabilization, and nothing has worked. In fact, they've gotten, it's stayed the same or it's gotten worse. So do you believe in international intervention? And what are you suggesting armed intervention to combat the gangs who are armed and who don't want you there?
Armed intervention by itself does not solve the Haitian problem, or any country's problem for that matter. It's only the Haitians themselves that will eventually, they will have to pull themselves by the bootstraps eventually. And they are the only ones who can do it. However, in order to get to that point where you can have certain level of peace, security, some basic law and order, for that today, international assistance is required. There is just no other way. The Haitians themselves have asked for it. 80% of the Haitian population at least approve of it, because there have been some polls, even though people may find it last year hard to believe, but they have sort of clearly stated that they would like to have some international assistance. Mm-hmm. But like in several other countries where there have been strife, unless the Haitian actors themselves, the stakeholders, get together, develop a national plan, stick to it, it will never work. Mm-hmm. So it will ultimately be up to the Haitians themselves.
Mm-hmm. It does seem like a very vicious circle here, and how to unravel it is unclear at this moment. But I do want to ask you again about Dominican role in all of this. You know, you talked about reinforcing your border. You don't want waves of refugees or migrants into your border. But according to a UN report, Haitian gangs use your country, the Dominican Republic, as a planning base, a depository for their money. And the capital, Santo Domingo, is, according to this UN report, a major market for weapons to Haitian gangs. So that's exacerbating from your country into Haiti the violence and instability. What are you doing to stop that?
I believe you're probably referring to United Nations report on drug and crimes, the Agency Against Drugs and Crime. That report, basically what it stated, it was that the Dominican Republic was used as a transit point for some arms and ammunition. We have not seen the proof of that allegation, number one. Number two, we produce no arms in the Dominican Republic. And that report itself, and most of the other reports, actually state that the arms are coming from the United States. And that is one of the main aspects that the UN resolutions, the Security Council's resolutions, in addition to the assistance of the multinational force, it was also an arms embargo, which is still, the U.S. authorities are working on it, but most of the arms that are coming through Florida have flown into Haiti through ports, airports, and many Haitian ports and airports, not through Dominican ports or airports. But also you need to sanction the individuals, the politicians and others who have been, over the years, sort of helping the gangs to grow, so seeking political support. That is also another aspect that is essential of the UN resolutions to be applied fully.
Foreign Minister, obviously there's a massive humanitarian crisis. You're trying to secure the Dominican Republic, but are you doing anything to facilitate the relief of humanitarian disaster, like letting food in or facilitating more aid into Haiti right now?
First of all, Christian, along the border between the Dominican Republic and Haiti, there are multiple binational markets that operate every week, even now, under these dire conditions. And those are the main areas where the Haitians themselves purchase most of the food, water, and other merchandise for everyday living. Along the border, we have a 391 kilometers border, And again, these binational markets are in operation today. Secondly, we have supplied different hospitals, embassies, and so on with fuel and other needs at different moments. We have, in the past, also been a transshipment point for a lot of humanitarian assistance. At this point, today, the airport in Haiti is closed.
Yeah.
So there is no way. You cannot even cross over the border because the gangs control the highways into Port-au-Prince. So getting humanitarian assistance into Haiti today is one of the challenges.
Certainly is. Foreign Minister Álvarez, thank you very much indeed for joining us from Santo Domingo.